Welcome back to Wake Up WA. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Jason headed down to Margaret River for the Margaret River Pro surfing competition, but he got into the talking to the couple of the competitors and anybody who was involved in the competition and asked them about the environment. It is a beautiful place in WA. Jason, how important was the environment for everybody?
It was probably the vast majority of respondents were saying that's the attractive part about it. I mean, obviously a lot of the people there are involved in surfing, so the waves were appealing to them, but the vast majority said what makes Margaret River so special is the natural environment that's already there, and they all want to keep it how it is. Surprise, surprise. There's a lot of people out there wanting to build big developments right on the beach, thinking that'll bring the tourists, but based on the information we got, chances are it'll actually scare them away. We asked two questions this time around. First of all, what makes the Margaret River Pro so important, or so special in relation to other surfing contests? And the second question is, what advice would you give to visitors in the area to ensure that the pristine nature of our southwest coastline is maintained for future generations? Let's have a look at their responses.
This is a 6-star prime rated event which carries bonus points on top of the original points for the event, and as such forms one of the very critical prime rated events around the world. These are the events which actually seed the ASP Dream Tour, the top 45 at the end of the year. These are the events that you have to win or have to place highly in if you're going to make the grade or the cut at the end of the year come December.
Basically, when I came here, everybody makes you feel welcome. It's sort of like a big family, the crew at the Margaret River Pro. A lot of the guys are locals and from around Western Australia, and you meet a heap of new people, and it's good, particularly coming back the second year, you've built relationships with them, and there's some good fellas on that.
It's a reef setup. It's probably one of the most consistent breaks in the world, I believe. There's always waves here at Margaret River. It can go from being, like it is behind me, that sort of fun 3 foot. Yesterday it was a macking sort of 10 to 12 foot, and you can get such different conditions, and the pros love coming here because there's so many good waves, world-class waves that they love to surf. Even if they get knocked out of the comp, you can imagine they're still getting good waves, so they're all probably pretty stoked.
I just think the environment down here to start with, you're guaranteed of good waves, if not great waves. It's one of the few places outside Hawaii where the WQS gets to be surfed in sizable waves, and it's just a great place to come to.
Oh, the whole benefit of surfing in general is such a clean living sport. This event has the drug-aware message as well. And then obviously from our point of view, we want to push an environmentally friendly event, so there's a sustainable beach for everyone to come back to, and there's an event that can last for decades.
I think it's absolutely fantastic, not only just for the Groms, for people like myself to catch up with, people like Ockie and Tom and even the likes of Dave Macker, and it's really good to catch up with the legends, and it's fantastic obviously for the kids, and it's good that the drug aware is behind the actual name of the event, because I think we've got a bit of a problem these days. I think most crew need to be vigilant that there's all these sorts of things getting around.
Oh, it's just a great spot, really. Just one of the best spots down here in the southwest. Probably one of the better surfing spots in Australia at the moment.
The importance of Margaret River is it is one of the most important events on the tour, and probably one of the toughest events to win when you've got the ocean throwing up enormous waves, wild conditions. You've also got to deal with competitors who are the best in the world, and they're all chasing that one prize, and that's to be on the winner's dais at the end of the event. So Margaret's is a very critical event on the tour, and it's an event we want to see in place for a long time to come.
Yeah, come and enjoy the place, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the people, but always take your rubbish home. Never leave it on the beach, and keep off the sand dunes.
Just keep it as pristine as possible. Don't drop any rubbish, and just respect the area, because we want to keep it beautiful for generations to come.
I think a lot of people need to be aware that this coastline here is susceptible to you know, overuse of humans and stuff like that, and we all love this coast and we all want a piece of it, so we've just got to tread lightly, do the right thing by Mother Nature, you know, all sorts of things. Just respect Mother Nature basically, and try and tread as lightly as you can, because you know, it's amazing how something like this can be around for billions of years, but then it could take a bunch of humans to trample the place and destroy it within a decade.
It's a real shame to go down the beach and see bottles and all that sort of stuff just lying around. So I guess that old saying that you should only leave your footprints on the beach is a good one.
But we come down here because it is pristine. Let's keep it that way. Let's do everything possible to keep it beautiful, because everybody agrees this is a beautiful part of the world, and don't forget that. Don't destroy it.
Well, I guess the best thing anyone can do is, you know, leave it as you came. Don't leave rubbish. Don't go tearing up, you know, taking four-wheel drives off the tracks, or even walking, you know, off tracks and climbing cliffs. It's a fragile environment and one of the most beautiful places on earth, so let's protect it.
Yeah, just keep the water clean, keep the beaches clean, stay off the foredunes, and you know, and not too much coastal development, mate. Build plenty of hotels in town, keep the beaches as pristine as we can.
Take your rubbish with you, don't leave it here. We don't want it here, take it with you. And the worst part is cigarette smokers, put your butts in a bin.
Oh, without doubt, just the wear and tear on the natural vegetation really has to be watched. You've got to mix that with keeping the surfers happy. You don't want, you know, bitumised roads into every single surf spot. So getting that happy balance between utilising the coastline and maintaining the vegetation is really, really important.
Don't litter. Don't traipse through the sand dunes. Stick to the tracks that are around. And yeah, whatever you bring with you, take home.
You know, try not to go off the beaten path too much. Obviously, there's a great team that look after the area, and I think it's just respecting. It's respecting nature, and it's you know, respecting the people that live here. And it's so important to keep this place what it is, and that is pristine and beautiful. So I think just be knowledgeable and respectful, and the rest will take care of itself.
Don't destroy what you come to enjoy.
Interesting responses there, and thank you to Regular and Sevi. That's their track, our mate Sevi from the music show. There's responses. If you missed any of that and you want to see it again, you can go to youtube.com/Weeksy, mate, and watch it again. That's all for now from the Margaret River Pro. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, our news update for you will tell you who's on tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. You're on Wake Up WA.